La la la.
5-minute funeral. I'm Crystal.
I'm Cindy. Do I have this thing in my face? I mean,
You
do I
can
really?
move it.
Oh yeah.
Remember they move.
Right there.
So today, on the way here, we were talking about everything. Everything.
We're back in the studio though.
Yeah, and so today we are going to talk about karma.
Yeah,
Karma. It's a real thing, dude. Like when I was growing up, my mom and dad, when I was real little, I remember hearing them throw that word around every once in a while because I was a little bitch when I was a kid. I mean, imagine that.
I can't
Imagine. Like I was so rotten. Anyways,
I was the best, most angelic child.
not me. I think they would really wished that I would go to the mall when they dropped us off, and that somebody would kidnap me.
I was kidnapped. No, I'm just kidding.
Were you really?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I mean, I did get kidnapped when I was an adult.
By the cops.
But and then they put me in this like brick room for a really long time.
They want 10% of them. Oh, she's gonna get it.
It was really terrible. And then they freed me. I don't know if it's like
So
the
now we're
president.
Back to karma.
The president like worked out a deal or what? Or my parents paid my ransom, but then I
Right.
got out.
The
Like
bond. Our bond.
almost
our
6 years later, 5 years later.
My ransom wasn't high enough. Hey, her ransom's like $60 and nobody paid it.
Yeah, no, my ransom was like.
That's hilarious. Good night, guys.
Anyways.
No, but I
So,
I
karma.
would like to talk a minute.
Okay, go.
Okay,
Here.
obviously we had some problems with my knee, but I think it's because when I ride with Crystal, I have to put my emergency imaginary foot brake on because I'm so scared. Literally white knuckle experience. And she just talks and talks and talks.
I'm a multitasker.
And you can't see through the windshield because
Well, there's a hole in my thingy, in my windshield wiper fluid, reservoir, if you will.
Dude, I swear to God.
And so it's as it snowed here in Omaha yesterday or the day whenever.
Yes, it did.
And so it's gonna get dirty because people are like spitting stuff off their wheels, and I'm right next to them.
So
Anyways, yeah, she does get a little testy and scared, but I mean, I like living on the edge. That's my edge.
she sure does. Super edgy. That's called your central nervous system, Crystal.
I don't know. I thought it was called the
It's
braking
not good
system.
for the
The
future.
braking system. Yeah.
All right, so I kind of feel like I had a thought today about the podcast about like we were talking about being, what was the word? It was about what we are telling our kids. Don't do that. There's a reason for that.
There's repercussions.
Cautionary tale.
Oh, a cautionary tale.
We're a
And yeah,
cautionary tale.
Yeah.
For everybody. For all the
everybody.
kids.
Like,
But,
you name it.
yeah.
It's happened to us.
Yeah.
We've been
A
through
lot
it.
of times, probably.
We've been through it.
Yeah.
We may not
Yeah.
remember all of it.
Yeah.
But we've been through it.
Well, and we
So-
laughed.
And this is the thing about cautionary tales.
Yeah.
When someone would tell me something when I was growing up, even now, I mean, I
Right,
try
yeah.
to listen more. If someone's
Yeah.
like, hey, don't do that,
Right.
something bad's going to happen or
Right.
whatever, I try to listen more now. But before I was like,
Well, no,
fuck
I mean,
that. Like
just
I'm
at
going to do
risk-
my thing and I don't give a fuck what these people
Hey,
say.
I got a quick question for you, Crystal.
Bad idea. I should have
Crystal,
listened.
Answer me this. Do you like sour things?
I like sour things.
Yeah, I know. Because sour things, people that like sour things are risk takers. And I know this.
I eat
Because-
Sour Patch. Does that Sour Patch Kids count?
Any
And I just got a whole bunch of dill
Yeah.
pickles the other day
I
that
know,
my doctor
sour-
said I can't eat now.
sour, John likes sour too. But that just means that you don't get, it's like, boo,
Yeah.
to the moon.
Yeah.
To the moon.
I don't have any the fear
because-
factor thing.
Yeah. See, not me. I'm not. I'm the other one. But you know where I learned that?
Where?
John
Tesh.
Radio.
How did I know?
The University
John
of John Tesh.
Tesh.
Radio. I love it. That's like half of my intelligence is
It's from John
and I
Tesh.
just bring it
Fuck
up.
the colleges. fuck the University of Nebraska at
swear to
Kearney.
God.
John Tesh.
I did study, but I
She's
haven't
got
been
her
to tell ya.
bachelor's of science from John Tesh,
Hey.
John Tesh.
Keep intelligence for the room.
she
learned a lot of
listens to
things.
him a lot.
Listen, and that I have a shout out to John Tesh because
Shout.
I
Hey,
love
John
him.
Tesh can come on our podcast.
sure love it.
John Tesh, if you're listening,
Yeah.
which I don't know why you would.
Connie
be.
Celica is his wife.
Connie Selica
Remember my hair color?
is
So
the
look, I
blue,
was
the green.
going-
Is she have green eyes or blue eyes?
Blue, I think.
Is she really pretty?
Oh yeah, of course, of course, stunning.
Was she's a. That's who I look like, of course.
right. Hey, look, I'm gonna cross this today. We got 1, 2, 3.
I have one on. I put it on
I got
before.
one on my ankle. I keep one in my purse. I got
Look,
one in my back.
I got my baby
back
one.
pocket.
My little baby one.
Dude, I come armed.
See mine?
Oh yeah.
It's itty
Dude,
bitty.
I do not let evil around me at all anymore.
Do you know?
Do
I don't know where I got it. But I did put it on today before I went to the doctor because I was super scared. But
Yeah.
everything's gonna be fine.
Right.
We're good.
Yep.
I'm gonna live. So brace yourself
Yeah.
for all the episodes coming your
Coming up.
way.
Because this summer we're gonna have fun. This summer
Yeah, we're talking about going to Austin, Texas.
we're talking about going door to door with my karaoke machine,
Oh yeah, that's spring. We're gonna do that as soon as it gets nice out.
right, for our podcast.
When the tulips start blooming, we're gonna be out
Well,
walking
they're not
the
gonna bloom.
streets.
They're not gonna bloom. I'm glad you brought that up.
The tulips are not gonna bloom
No.
this year. Why? Who said so?
No, because they bloomed in October. Remember, I was taking pictures. I even think I posted it on Facebook. And I was like, "Are these supposed to be like in full bloom?" And I got a lot of responses, and they said yes because of. Don't make me Google
That
this
is a
right
damn
now.
lie.
No,
That is
I'm
a
not.
damn lie.
It's true.
Well, my favorite flower is tulip.
Well, I'm-
Besides sunflowers.
Sorry, well,
So-
maybe a tulip, but not the iris.
No, I have a whole bunch of bulbs in my
Right, but
apartment.
what
my
I'm saying
planner.
though, is that because of our season, because of global warming,
yeah, but
a
mine
lot
are in
of
my apartment.
people had their stuff blooming in October, and I kept thinking because that's not the season.
Well, I don't
that
know
are-
anybody that had that happen.
I just said I did. It happened to me. I posted it. Nobody ever listened
On
to
where? On Facebook?
Yes.
So today, when we're done with this podcast, I'm going, we're going somewhere where we can sit down and I'm going to actually program Cindy's phone.
Dude, I don't even know how to look at this. I don't
She's
even know how to
like-
look this up. I don't even
She's
know
like,
how to
you
do
have a
my job."
Facebook? 5 Minute Funeral has a Facebook? We're on Instagram? Like, what the?
Dude, I told you I'm Dewey Decimal.
Dude, I'm like, oh my God.
I'm Dewey Decimal.
And we live like on complete opposite sides of the city.
Yeah.
So, and I like tried to explain something to her, and I'm like, are you
I'm trying
listening?
to watch Wheel of
And she's
Fortune.
like, yes, I'm listening. And I know I've lost her. I've lost her when I said R.
I told you. I didn't even know how much I made. But you know what? I'm making huge progress with my bipolar depression. I'm just here to tell you that it's working.
You
I'm
look
not on
good.
meds.
You look good today.
I'm not on
You
meds.
look happy.
Yeah.
You look content.
I prayed.
You
I
pray.
swear to God.
I believe you.
You people that know me. I ain't lying to you.
Yeah.
God zapped my depression. I don't know what happened.
It's good though. You're coming out of that darkness.
But I'm here to tell you that you can do it too. And because I got a whole sack of meds at home that were just waiting for
Oh,
me
I used to
take.
have a sack of meds.
She sure did. She went to jail. You learned the hard way.
Yeah, my sack of meds were not prescribed.
Oh, it's so funny.
So I had a couple people yesterday that contacted me and told me that they really liked the podcast.
That's good.
And it just made me so happy. Oh my gosh. That guy,
What
that,
guy?
that one dude, I don't remember his name, the one that was contacting you the other day when
Oh
we
yeah,
left
yeah,
here,
yeah. This
right?
one, yeah,
He contacted me and he was like, hey,
Yeah.
do you have tats?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
tats.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm thinking,
Hey, dude, you know who you are?
is that tattoos?
Yeah.
Is that tattoo? I'm like, so I'm like, tattoos?
I
Question?
called her. I was like,
And
yeah,
he-
no,
and I'm
no,
like-
he's cool. He's cool.
and-
I've known him forever. He's like a brother to me.
She doesn't even know who he is, dude. Okay, but anyways, he is a fan, and he's like, yeah, my friend does tattoos, la la la. And I'm like,
It's probably a scam.
are you offering me?
Don't talk to anybody, Crystal.
So
not a
now I'm
scam.
like, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, dude. No, it's not a scam because they're not calling me, dude. Like they call your
No,
phone.
I know.
Dude, this girl, the only people that call her phone are me and the 12,000 scammers that she talked to at Christmas time because
Listen,
she
I get
thought
them
she
all
was
the
going to
time.
get a gift
Hey,
card.
Okay. I'm not making fun of anybody, but somebody did like text me the other day, and if this is for real, I'm gonna feel really stupid. But they were like, "Hey, I just want to give you like $500,000," and I was like, "There's got to be somebody else you could give it to." I'm super irresponsible. I mean,
This will be the one time that it wasn't a scam.
Right.
She's like,
I'm like,
no, thank you.
What do you want me to do with that?
No,
But
thank you.
Money's never done me a lot of good.
Oh my God.
I know, clearly there is someone that is more responsible than me.
Here's Crystal's phone number.
No, can do. Hard pass.
That's so funny. Well, yeah. So, but anyways, he was saying stuff about his friend, and I was like, "Oh, you mean you want me to pay for the tattoo?"
Right.
Like,
Sponsor.
yeah,
I would
mean,
like you to put my dead dog's whole face on my
if
back.
he wanted to give us I mean, like, dude, I'm down with like if you would do like the 5-minute funeral logo,
Right.
and then underneath put in
Right.
really teeny tiny, like,
Right.
like
Yeah.
microscopic by da-da-da. Then I would promote it.
Right.
I mean, come on, dude. I mean, I'm down for sponsoring people. I mean, I'll put it on my back. I don't care. I mean, it depends on where you want to put it, though, first of all. Because I'm trying to save myself for my next. No, it's number 4. It'll be 4. But I'm not going to marry him.
Nope.
I'm just going to have him.
Concubine. Remember, there's a couple of
Unless he really, really, really wants to marry
Remember a
me.
couple of the dudes that we'd have come over for our barbecues in the afternoon. We'd rustle up in the afternoon. Hey, buddy.
Dude, I remember
we'd
when
bat him around like
I
little
remember
mice.
when we used to have my ex-husbands over for barbecues. We almost needed like name tags.
It was funny. Like, I fucked everybody here. I think I fucked everybody in this room.
Like, I'm so glad we could all be friends. I'm so glad it didn't overlap. Or
All
did
our
it?
friends
Or did it?
Weird, dude. We're weird. But it wasn't weird. Cause
No, it
I
wasn't
don't know.
weird, 'cause
Maybe
that was our
I
normal.
was the only one left out, like me and Chappelle.
It was
Out of the freak offs.
It was the normal, man. Everybody got along. It was back. I feel like it was in the 70s, but it was really in the 80s and the 90s.
No, that was fun. We always had fun.
Good old days
We had
before
good
the.
barbecues. We had really good barbecues.
God, we made a lot.
You had Keystone. You had Keystone Light. Big. You'd had those. Oh, and I hated them. The reason I did was because I like them cold.
I like beers cold too, but
And
I
that's
would
too
still
much beer.
drink it.
But by the time, you know what I mean, then you get a gassy tummy. And then,
Well, that's because I drank them very fast.
right? And then we just go get high and forget to eat.
Yeah. Did everybody get something? Do you want to take some home? I hate for this to go to waste.
Just made 40 burgers.
No one. There's one hamburger
Well,
god.
that's right.
That's funny. Oh, the good old days.
hey,
Kearney,
okay.
Nebraska.
All right.
Shout out to Kearney, Nebraska.
Well, Kearney and Omaha, but let me tell you, one time, and I wish Mark were here to back this story, but
Mark's a working
we had
dog.
so many parties, right? We had so many parties. We had people constantly. We had volleyball nets in the backyard.
We had a
fires.
boxing gym. We had a boxing ring in the back of my
Anyway,
my house.
One day, we get a notice, and it's from the nuisance unit, and I was like,
I am not.
the Omaha Police Department are just letting us know, hey, you're annoying
You're a
lot of
nuisance.
people.
You're so annoying.
We
So
don't
maybe
like
Van
any-
had a
we don't
point.
like the way you
Maybe
park
Van
the
had a
car.
point when he was like, "You're not annoying."
And one time, the cops came and finally they would leave us notes like, "We're coming to get your car," and we'd be like, "Okay,
Sure.
okay."
Don't poke
You
the
do
bear.
that. Anyway,
So we'd move
and
it.
then they come,
We'd
and
move
then
it.
They would come, you know, and I'd be like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, don't take the car.
I gotta call my baby daddy. Anyway, no, but the cop goes, "No," he goes, "You touch that car, I'm gonna ticket you for littering." It's like,
Littering.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. You couldn't
I
get.
didn't
no,
put
no,
anything
it
on
was
the
done. They
floor.
were hit. Everything was gone. Boom. Hey, listen, if
That's
you
funny.
knew us, you know who you are. you had your car towed from my house.
One time
Or
I was
something
on
about-
probation for some stupid thing. It was like super minor, dumb, stupid shit in Kearney, and my house was like a trap house basically, and I mean it was terrible. Anyways,
Terrible,
I had no idea
they never
that
do.
I
What do
knew
you mean the
I didn't
house is
I
hot?
knew who my probation officer was. I'd met her like once on the phone or whatever. And anyway, she called me and she said, I need you to come in. And I go, okay. And she goes, and just so you know, I live right down the street from your
Oh,
house. And I go,
do remember that.
what? I go, what do you mean? What? Where? And she goes, walk out your front door and turn to the left. She goes, she goes, look down the street and you'll see a little, what are those called? Those, she had that one thing in the, like,
It's an arch. A
an
gazebo.
arch.
Yeah.
Arch thing in front of my sidewalk. She goes, that's my house. It was 4 houses down.
That is true. That is true. I remember that.
Oh my God. I was like, so
Yeah.
what do you need to see me for?
Oh my God, dude.
Anyway, needless to say, I went to jail for that. Yeah, it was pretty funny though,
Dude,
because
I
I was
remember-
like, at least she gave me a heads up.
Dude, there were times when I went to jail every time we left town. Every time we left town, and it was the dumbest stuff.
Yeah.
Dumbest stuff every time.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Remember that time I got out of jail? I had to do 30 days for a bad check that Chris wrote. My ex.
Sue Lonzo and I got arrested one time when we were driving home from Kearney when my dad got remarried, and we were just talking, having the best time, and we ran out of gas. We were just talking, right? Driving around.
We don't need
Got a
gas.
6-pack. We had, beer bottles in the back seat, and so I got out. It was just in it, you know where it was, 108th and L. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we come up on the ramp, just
Oh, they came up
trying to
behind
make
you
it-
on the
no,
ramp?
No, just barely get off, on 108th.
Yeah.
And
The
I get
L
out and I
Street
go,
exit.
okay, I'm gonna walk to the gas station, So I get out and I walk, and Sue is in the car, and the cops roll up on her. And anyway, he's asking her for her ID and stuff, and her name isn't Sue, really.
Her name is not
name
Sue?
is Carol.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Sue's
So-
name is Carol?
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Yeah,
I'm
there's so many.
I
But
feel like
anyway.
I have been betrayed my whole life.
So anyway, I'm at the gas station talking to the cops, and I'm like, hey, can you help us? So I get a ride back.
And
with
she's
gas
gone.
to the car, right?
And
to get
she's
the other
gone.
cop, and the other cop's going, look at all these beers, and then of course I notoriously had a warrant for no failure to appear for court, always court. Anyway, so I'm going, Sue, blah blah blah, and Mark told me anytime I got arrested, just tell him my name is Angela Fitzgerald because it was one of his ex-girlfriends. And I knew
It's a bad
I was like,
idea.
my name is and she
It's a
kept
bad
going-
idea,
She
kids.
kept calling me Cindy. Well, this is Angela Fitzgerald. No, it's not. Anyway, both of us.
Make sure you have your stories straight before you get
So it's
arrested.
another $500 bond.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Yeah, so anyway.
I remember the time I did that 30 days and I got out of jail, and this one right here decides to take me out to the bar.
Oh, yeah.
When I get out, I went to my house, and she had been helping.
Was that when Jameson Bennett was in there? When you got drunk at the garage?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, he just
Dude, they
he just
fucking.
touched base with me the other day. I go, do you remember her, man?
What'd he say?
And you were so drunk. And I don't know who you were making out with.
I don't know, some dude I met.
in jail, probably.
I did. I met him in jail. We were at work
And I
release
was just trying to,
together.
like, whoa.
He was cute, but then I found out he was married, and I was like, no.
Right, but you were married. You were married. That's the funniest part about it. Wah, wah, wah.
That was the only time I ever cheated.
Dude, you didn't even really cheat. You were too drunk, man. You were wasted. We were
Hammered.
you didn't do nothing. You were just being a weirdo. but still.
Hammered. Oh my God, how did that guy even find me?
I don't know. You're lucky his wife didn't find you because she was.
She was scary.
That's
She did
another
find
Jeremy
me.
Jensen story.
She did find me a couple days later.
Jeremy Jensen. Do you remember that story?
Yeah,
but
Jeremy's.
you- oh,
at
wait, if
Jeremy's
only
garage.
Jeremy could call right
And
now.
you guys were like, you got to go home and take care of your kids. And I was
was
like
"No."
crawling on the ground.
Her baby daddy was my baby daddy.
I was like crawling, trying to just keep my head
Oh,
up.
that was one of the days.
Oh boy, that was bad. Oh, I'm so glad I'm sober.
Yeah, see, so we're sober now. We made it.
I'm so glad I'm sober, but I'm also glad that I
That
went
was
through
3,000
those
years
experiences.
ago.
You know, I'm so glad. You know, I mean, I wouldn't change my past
No, me neither.
at
But
all.
you know why?
Because it brought me
God-
to where I'm at now, and I'm so happy and just so grateful that
God gave all the madness to me relevant. Everything became relevant when when God came into my life. I
Yeah.
guess.
yeah,
Makes sense. I wouldn't
so-
wouldn't be where I am, but blah blah blah.
yeah, it's just I just am. I mean, like a lot of people are like, wow,
That
you
was
know,
a long
like, are
time
you
ago, though.
embarrassed? Are you this?
Yeah,
way?
but when we were,
I'm not embarrassed. I mean, there's nothing that you could say to me.
I wish I could say like, yeah, but that was a
No.
long time ago, and then I'm thinking back, well,
Uh,
is this? Just kidding. But I mean, our lives.
It's
are
almost been a
different.
year. No, I haven't been drunk like that.
No, drunk, but I mean, like our lives.
Oh, my
everything
shit!
sucked,
That
man.
was a
There
shit
nothing
show,
good
dude.
about it.
My
It was-
it's been a freaking shit show. So let's talk about karma. So okay,
Yeah.
let's.
Let's talk about the fact that I didn't have bedhead today.
So
work.
karma is it is a real thing, and I remember you.
Warning her, don't say it.
Yes, and I am a judgy judgerson. Not so much anymore. I try not. If I do, I just try to bite my tongue or say whatever.
I
or
tell
whatever.
eat
So I
some
try not.
broken
But I
glass
was
friends.
a very pretentious douchebag, straight douchebag.
She was a
And
delight.
I
She
had
was
no
an absolute
filter
delight.
and was just would say and do and be whatever I wanted to be and just be an asshole all the time. And
And I would just walk around and pick up all the pieces and try to explain.
oh
it to
my
other
God,
people.
some of the
What she's really saying.
pieces could not be picked up though. So for instance, my glasses,
Right.
my eyesight. I used to have really good eyesight.
Until
And
she made fun of that lady.
till I made fun of this lady. So my beautiful angel, just lovely daughter,
Oh boy.
you know who you are.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't being very angelical.
You neither one of you. Neither one
And
of them. You should see it.
none of them are really. I mean,
Oh my
like
God.
they're wonderful human beings, but oh boy, they're just a chip off the old block.
Like hostage
and-
situation.
Oh my gosh! And so she was
love
bullying
it.
this girl because this girl had bullied her.
Right.
But Avery, she turned it up. She
Yeah.
turned it up. She
Oh,
turned
yeah.
the volume up big time. And so
Yeah,
this
these girls don't mess
this
around.
mom calls me and she's like, you know, I've got proof. Nah, 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 nah.
Yeah.
And I'm vehemently defending my daughter, of course. And I'm like, look,
Smoke.
I'm like, I have all the kids. I have Cindy's 2 sons, Isaac and Adrian, are in the
Oh,
back.
honey, yeah.
I have my son Van. I
Yeah.
have my daughter Chandra, and I have Avery in the car, in the van. That was when I had a van
Yeah, I
at
remember.
Baker's in Deerfield Plaza, and I'm sitting there yelling at this lady, and I'm like, "Fuck, you know
I wish
what?" And she's like, "I have proof,"
True.
and I go, "You know what? I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna kick your fucking
Yeah.
ass." And she's like, come on, and I get off the phone, and I'm not scared until I look deeply in my daughter's eyes, and I'm like, Avery, I go, this is your chance to tell me the truth. I love you. I've got your back. I'll take a bullet for you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I go, just tell me the truth. If you are bullying her, I'm still going to go over there and still have a confrontation with this woman, but it's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But
And
if
that's
you,
the story of
I
our
go,
lives.
just tell me the truth. And she goes, I am not bullying this girl. And I knew she was lying through her teeth. I knew it.
See, and that's the beauty because.
And
yeah,
I went
that's
over to
Avery.
this woman's house, and I pull up, and they lived in these apartments that
Right.
were.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Yeah. Anyways,
Don't
long story
say it.
short, I made a complete ass out of myself
Right.
because I forgot how big this woman was. And I'm
Popped her right
standing
in the eye.
there. And I'm standing there thinking, oh my God. And she's got papers in her hands, and she's got a big glass door, and she's coming at me hard. And I'm just going,
Dude,
oh,
she's small, dude. She
plant
runs-
your
she's-
feet. Plant your feet. I'm 5 foot. I'm 5 foot, I weigh 115 pounds.
Dude, she can run fast.
Maximum. Yeah. And I'm just thinking, this lady's gonna kick my ass in front of all my kids and my best friend's kids. Like, oh my God, Becky. And so
Right?
I just do what I always do, and I just start laughing. Like, I just started laughing at her because it was so comical. Because I'm just thinking, this is fucking crazy.
Right.
And she throws the papers at me, and I'm trying to look at them. I'm like, I don't even know. And then I look at her, and I'm like,
Oh my God, Vicky.
anyways.
Shadow. No, it's not.
Anyways,
All
and
these
so
stories-
let's just say that I said some really bad things about her eyeballs, and I did tell her as I backed off of her porch and backed up to my car, my van. I'm halfway in the door, and I go, I'm gonna come back here with someone that can kick your ass. And I get in the car and I'm yelling at her, oh, like, oh, you're Google Eye
listen.
bullshit, blah blah blah. Long story short. 2 years later, guess who gets fucked up eyesight and has a Google Eye and has to wear corrective vision and all this stuff. And I had to get a cornea transplant in both eyes. Karma is a real
You
thing.
yelled at my neighbor once.
Dude,
Terrible, dude.
karma,
I had to write my neighbor
It's
a
so
letter
real.
and be like, I am so sorry that we are the worst neighbors that you've ever had.
yes, I'm
We
telling
lived there a
you,
long time, dude. I don't know.
everything,
That's
every
why I know
single
another
thing.
reason I know it's God.
Every time I've ever made fun of someone, every
Yes,
single
yep.
time it comes back
Yep.
to me, and it happens to me. Whatever I
Happens
say,
to everybody.
dude.
Happens
Oh
to-
my God,
it
but
happens
like
to
it's
everybody.
so bad.
So I told my kids,
It's-
don't judge people.
Do not.
Don't point your
Karma.
finger in their face.
Don't. But don't. I mean, just when you're ready to judge someone, or you're ready to
Get
be
judgy.
rude,
Don't judge.
or say
Don't
something
smack your
shitty to
ass.
someone, just don't. Just don't. Save yourself the headache, because whatever you are making fun of them about, or whatever
Yeah.
you're gonna say,
It'll happen.
I'm telling you, dude, it sucks. It sucks so
Right.
bad.
Dude, and you can't. And listen, I wanted to make an update on my. I'm 6 months clean.
As of what day?
No, next week, 6 months.
Well, you can't
But-
say 6 months,
I
and
know,
so
I
you're
know,
5
I'm
months,
giving
3
you a
weeks.
jet- But what I'm saying is what I learned yesterday, into today, that okay, so my belly's been healing, my feet, or it took my four feet,
Four
scores,
scores.
4 feet.
How did I know you were gonna say that?
Don't make me do the preamble. I'm just itching to do it. Anyway, oh, now I'm lost in forefathers
Translation.
world. No. What was I saying? Really, that is gray matter. That is starts to
It's
Alzheimer's.
your feet. You're
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about your feet
okay,
and how
yeah,
you're
yeah.
healing.
But so an alcoholic, what happens to your belly? I guess.
It happens to drug addicts, though, too.
Yeah, it happens to all of us. But I have been healing my belly, and healing my head, healing everything, and I walk
Mhm.
around. I'm like, but like it's Brown, Sylvia Brown. I'm reading her book too.
Oh,
Well, come on now. No,
I'm not going to make fun of her.
No, but I mean the part about
I want to really
you
bad, though.
have to
I really, really
tell
do.
your body what's going on. And now that I've been working through my bipolar disorder, I've been telling my brain, oh, yeah, that's not because you're weird. That's because you're bipolar. But now I'm getting to where I can just skate right through this, man. I mean, I'm
So-
not as down as I was. I'm thinking that I'm rewiring my own brain, which I said I would.
Mhm.
And I'm going to get over this, and I'm going to do it for the low price of... No, I was just kidding. For, I mean it. But I mean it. I mean,
Do you know who
people-
Mel Robbins is?
I don't think so.
So I watch a lot of this stuff. She's a let them lady. She's
Yeah.
come up with the let them theory, which is so basic and so easy.
Yeah,
And I don't know why I didn't think of it, because I thought of the
Right.
5-minute funeral.
right.
But the let them theory is basically let them do whatever. You're only responsible for what you're doing
Yeah.
and everything.
Right.
And so, she has a theory on what you just said.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. I don't want to quote her, so I'm not going
Right.
to say it. But
And
I
I-
do
and I
know
don't
that what you
remember
just said. So I want
right.
you, after we when you're
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I want
It's because I
want
sit
you
at home and I
to
go
make
through
a
this every-
mental note,
Yeah.
or
right.
we could write it down in my journal.
Right. The
And-
the pages.
And you need to look that up,
Yeah.
because there is something that she said that was so profound that I
but,
think would
but,
help you.
but the outcome is that every day I get up, I feel heavy. But then it's only because I'm rewiring my brain to sleep, because I haven't slept in 40 years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean I have, but your brain
Not
when
good
your-
sleep.
when your wiring is all messed up. So now when I get up, because I go to sleep every night, I go to bed early. I wake up early. I mean, I try to just do all the things that I can to get a real night's sleep. So I just started
Good night's
remembering
sleep.
some dreams. But I feel when I wake up, I'm heavier. I mean, I'm feeling like I am actually getting quality sleep, which is helping.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff is like starting to make a cycle. And then now that I've been telling my body, oh, hey,
Yeah.
now that this is good, then my belly starts to heal. Then this starts to heal. And then this starts to heal. And I feel like less inflammation on my knee and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I mean, every day I feel better.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lie.
But I mean,
I'm a liar.
my vitamin B12 just registered, dude. I mean, that's
Really?
how low. I mean, it's like driving your car with no oil. You know what I mean? And your supplements don't work. Nothing
You
works.
need oil in your car?
No, I'm telling you, it's a death sentence, man. It's if you're day
Yeah.
drinking and you're my age, it's a death sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It is. There
Well,
you have
any
it.
I mean, I'm a firm believer that any substance is just no bueno.
But I mean,
It's
if you
just no
think, I
bueno.
mean, you really need to check your vitamin B12 because I'm just now absorbing it, and that's like 6 months, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
taken me this long just to be like, whoa. And
Yeah.
that's not the drugs. I mean, the drugs.
I've
Whatever,
never,
I mean, booze.
no one's ever brought up
I
B12
love-
to me, ever.
But
So mine must be good.
well, no, you've got to ask your doctor and you've got to check it. You've
Well,
gotta
but I
check it.
don't know. I mean, I just went to the doctor today, and I do
You
have to
can't
go get some
assume.
blood work done.
I didn't assume either when I started feeling like I had the shingles because I was imploding in my brain.
Mm.
But anyway,
I don't
aside
feel
from
like I'm
that- aside from all
But
that.
I mean,
No, but,
I am gonna get blood work done, so maybe I'll ask
But
him.
John is just on his last bout of vitamin B12. So when I found out that I had none, which means that my body was not absorbing anything at all. And I mean, I didn't know. I mean, all I did was get up, go do my thing all day, drink.
Mhm.
But it's not that. Oh, ow! That was a knee. It's my fucking knee. It's
She
hurts
just
my
said that her
ankle.
knee was feeling better.
Oh, no, it's the inflammation, dude.
Oh.
And I can feel it pop. That's it's less inflammation.
You are silly.
No, but anyway, now I've got little things just made me forget.
Anyways, Mel Robbins.
Yeah,
Look
Mel
her up.
Robbins.
Look her up.
Yeah.
So, back to karma.
Yeah, Karma.
Do you have any funny karma
No, I did.
comedy karma?
Yeah, I remember the rest of the B12.
Oh, we were talking about Austin, Texas. Wait, we didn't finish.
Oh yeah, we didn't start. Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
We did,
All
we
right.
did.
So we are planning to go to Austin, Texas around my birthday, which is June 7th. Because we want to,
and we can see Sue Alonso.
we could see Sue. We can go to San Antonio where I was born. We can
Right.
go to,
We can go to San Antonio where Ozzy Osbourne peed on the Alamo.
I want to go to Polly Shore's mom's comedy club.
Nice.
I want to go to Joe Rogan's
Oh my God,
comedy
does
club.
Joe Rogan's mom have a comedy club?
I don't know, but I
I'd
know
rather
Joe
go to that
Rogan
one.
does.
That'd be fun.
I mean, like, Austin, Texas is where
Do
all
it.
the comedians are, and that's where they're going, and I want to go there.
Hey, listen, this is funny.
So I'm going with or without you, and my brother's going to meet me.
Okay, but I have a funny.
And
funny
sometimes you
story.
can't even have a conversation with her because she just doesn't listen.
I am listening. I'm about to tell the funniest story ever about a comedy club.
Okay.
And I heard everything you said. Blah, blah, blah. Just kidding. No, I'm kidding. No. But when Josh Blue was.
Who's Josh Blue?
He's a funny comedian.
I don't
A
know.
funny
Is he
friend.
friends with Joe Rogan?
I don't know. But he has cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And he's funny. And so John was in prison at the time. And so we were sober. Except for the drinking. Okay, I wasn't sober. I wasn't using, anyway, not born for the story. But my daughter, and I took her to go see Josh Blue at the comedy club out in West Omaha.
What is it?
Funny Bone.
Okay. Yeah, I love
And,
that place.
So my daughter and I, it was a bad time. I mean, we were getting along. We were
Wait, is that where
very
you guys, did you guys get
alcoholic.
into a fist fight?
Yes.
So I've heard this story.
Oh my God.
Not from you, but you tell it.
No, but this
They got
story's
into a
so
fist
funny.
fight.
Listen, okay, so
Her
my
daughter
daughter
is vicious.
she's no joke.
She is such a beautiful little girl.
No, listen,
but
listen.
she
This
is
is my very
vicious.
first. I mean, I'm like, I live for this guy, dude. He's the funniest comedian. I love him. Shout out. I watch everything. Anyway, so I got my daughter, and we're drinking Jameson, bottle, just shooting it in the car, and we are messed up pretty good. And we get in there, and she starts heckling. Like, not heckling, bad heckling. Like, whoa, like just, bad. And I think one of our buddies was with us, and we were getting kicked out, right? And I was so mad because
You wanted to be there. Because you like this guy.
And I was so mad. Anyway, I think one of her friends was like, whatever, minimum wage, you know, to the guys that were kicking us out. It was so bad. So I was in the driveway, the Funny Bone. No, right before, and I was sitting in the bar, right? And it's just Josh Blue and me. And I'm at the bar, and I'm wanting to say something so bad, but I'm just a manic old crazy lady, right? And I was like, this is really funny. I mean, it was a funny story because I was like, hey, I got to meet you at your stand-up show.
So was
right?
it was did he know who you
No,
guys
dude,
did he know who you were? That you
looked
were
at
the
him
ones
and
that
I
got kicked out?
No, dude, he made eye contact with me. He was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna avoid this bitch," you know. And clearly, he was right.
Right,
dude.
right.
And I was so embarrassed. And I remember.
So
sitting
do you
there-
know what your karma is now?
No, I looked out and saw the cops but when I went out, Skylar was in a fight, so I went and I reached in, I grabbed her and I cut her face with my ring, ripping her wig off.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Anyway, so and I'm almost done with the story. So then the next day, you know, we're out looking for her wig and then driving around in our stupid car.
Looking for her wig?
Looking for her wig because I knocked it out. I mean,
She needed
She-
that
yeah, we
wig.
were
She
fighting.
really liked that wig.
anyway, no, she was in a total blackout. But anyway, they were like, yeah, Skylar got jumped, and I was like, oh my god, who?
And it was you.
It was me.
Her own mom beat her
Like,
up.
what the fuck? Gosh, dude, but she. Yeah, no, my daughter's no joke. Dude.
Yeah, she's no
She will
joke.
jump straight out of the car. I mean, but she's sober
She is so she's pregnant.
because I braid her braid. I swear.
She's pregnant and she's a beautiful
Oh,
pregnant
please save me.
little lady. She's so
Right.
cute. She's got a little bit.
Yeah, everybody just gets sober around me. They just either end up going to jail or getting knocked.
Speaking of sober, Mark showed up at my apartment when I was
Yeah.
leaving.
Right?
Yeah, he had to work. He was working. He's
I
working.
know.
I'm
know.
so excited for
I know.
him. I'm like
Yeah,
happy
Mark's
for him.
working.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
We don't have a fact checker now,
Yeah,
but not that he was really.
Right, just sitting there googling his friend.
He was on Facebook, you know.
That's what he
like-
does when. That's exactly what he does when we're at home. So
Yeah.
we don't even notice.
I don't even really know why he was here, to be honest with you, except every
Because
once in a while he'd go.
We kidnapped him. You got kidnapped. Get our luggage.
Yeah. Anyway,
Where's my drink?
karma.
Well,
So
okay.
your karma for that story?
Yeah, is Josh Blue. If you remember the weird lady in Omaha.
No, you know what's gonna happen the first time you go up on stage, you're gonna get heckled.
Well, it's not. It wasn't a bad heckle. Like she was just. It was. He hadn't even gotten on yet. It was the.
You're
it was
gonna
the
get
act-
heckled, which means
No,
you're
you're
not
not
going
hearing it.
on stage with me the
No.
first time.
No, that it wasn't a bad heckle. You're not getting it. It was nobody was booing. It was being disruptive and loud and obnoxious.
But so was it good? I mean, like, was
Yeah.
the Josh guy happy?
No,
He didn't like it.
No, he wasn't even out yet. He was in the back. It was the opening act.
Oh,
We got kicked out before he ever. It was, you know, I mean, they can't have people like us there.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's exactly why we got kicked out, so we could fight
So-
out in the fucking parking lot.
I'm gonna just put it out into the universe. We're
Yeah,
so
it's
sorry
funny.
that Cindy and her daughter did that. And when we decide to go do our open mic, no hecklers,
No,
please.
dude, this is gonna be hilarious. It'll be full circle. Everybody's gonna cheer. This is my daughter. She started the trouble.
Yeah,
And
so
her
we just
little
want
friends.
Skylar can stay home. She's pregnant. She don't need to be out. and about.
Listen, we will not ever be drinking Jameson together. Ever.
No more drinking.
You cannot. No, she's the only girl I've ever fought. My daughter.
You
Every
tried to
time-
fight me.
Listen, I've had clumps of her. Oh my God, we on the floor roll.
You and Skylar?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me and Journey were like that.
No,
too.
dude, she was so mouthy when she'd be drunk. She would be, and I'd be like having to pee. You know, as soon as I flip my zipper, I'm kicking your ass.
God, isn't it nice though to actually have a good relationship? Like you actually
Oh, I love her.
love her and
Oh, I love
appreciate
her.
her and can look at her and just be like,
I just want to,
Yes.
making our little baby.
Yeah.
I love them all.
yeah,
I love them all. I love my grandkids. I love my son. We put you through hell, man.
yes. I've been reflecting on
Oh
things
my
that
God,
happened.
we love you. We love you so
And
much. We're
yes.
breaking the cycle. We do.
We
and
are
you
breaking
guys
the
are gonna
cycle.
break it, and
You
your
know, I
kids
just
are gonna
said
break
that.
the fucking circle.
I just said that to Avery. I go, you know,
That's
I'm
it.
so sorry for for the way that I was, for the mother that I wasn't for you.
And the mother
And,
was.
You know,
We
I
made
mean,
these strong. Don't cross our girls though, because they're
but I was like,
parents were
this
crazy
is
enough for them to cut
this
you.
ends
for sure.
with us. This ends
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a different person. I'm never gonna hurt you like that ever again.
Yeah.
And my other daughter, who I'm
Yeah.
estranged from,
Right.
because she has chosen that because of the things that I did and the way that I treated her and mistreated
Right.
her. And
And Spencer, he said something to me the other day too.
let me finish my
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I apologize.
She keeps interrupting.
I know I'm bad today. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's probably this coffee that I brought.
Yeah.
No, but my other daughter that has kept me out of her life for a long time.
Yeah.
Sent me this
It was beautiful. Made me cry.
Theo Vaughn, whatever reel, and it talked about being mad at her mom, at his mom, and she sent it to me, and I'm it doesn't matter. She could have told me to fuck off. And any conversation,
Right.
anything at this point is better
Yeah.
than nothing. And I'm just so thrilled that she's at least thinking about it.
Right.
Because carrying all that isn't good. It's not good for her. I mean, let's not even talk about what I want.
Right.
I just wish for all my kids to be happy
Me too.
and be healthy and to have great lives.
Right.
And I know that the trauma that they endured because of me, by my ex, by the
All of us.
lifestyle, everything.
All
I
of us.
know that is a very toxic
Yeah.
thing that they are carrying around, and I would love.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they don't ever want to have a relationship with me,
Yeah.
if they need to hash it out with me or to whatever
Right.
they need
Yeah.
to work it out,
Yeah.
and so that they
You
can
are.
be a better person and have a better life
Mhm.
and be fruitful. I mean, because I know that I have trauma from my childhood.
Right. So
And,
much. That's
and
why I
mine's
know.
unresolved though because my
Yeah.
mom died.
I know, and that's what I told her. I said, "You're just a little girl, man."
Yeah.
And that's how
I mean, the
that's
last
the way I
thing
saw you when I was doing the mushroom challenge. You know
that
what
the
I mean?
last thing I said to my mom the night she died was, "I hate you," because she wouldn't let
Yeah.
me spend the night at my friend's house, Missy Loper. Shout out Missy Loper. But I mean, like I had to live with that for my whole life, and my parents partied and whatever, and we were neglected, but we had a lot of money, we had everything we wanted in our lives, but they just weren't there.
Right.
They just weren't available for us.
Well, no parents were available for us in
Back
those
then,
days.
yeah. But I mean,
mean,
regardless,
we're all
but the
trauma kids.
trauma from just saying "I hate you" being
Yeah.
my last words,
Right.
I've had to live with that my whole life, and I don't want that for my kids. I
Right.
don't want that for
Right.
my kids because that is one of the things that kept me
Right.
using because I was looking for my mom, that love that I had from my mom
Right.
my whole life. I went
Yeah.
through my whole life going through that.
Yeah.
And trying so hard, and the only fucking place that made me feel good was with the needle or with a pipe or with a bottle.
Or with.
And
all
that's
those
the
things
only
in my
place.
basement.
But
She
I
lived at
mean,
our
like
house.
I was using.
I
I
know.
was never okay
No,
unless
I
I was
know.
using, and I wasn't okay.
No.
But that made me feel like I was okay.
Right. I know.
And-
I watched you.
And I just really, 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 really hope that
Yeah.
they all feel, like if they want to, I mean,
Right,
as
I
long
know
as
it.
they don't want to get physical,
Right.
I'm a grown up and I know what I did.
Yeah.
I mean, all these people that use and they abuse and they say they don't remember, I think that's hokey bullshit. I remember everything I did. I remember every fucking shitty ass thing I did. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about it. But I do the 5-minute funeral and I got to let it go.
Yep.
Because the only way that I can be better
Right.
at this life now
Yep.
is I got to let it go.
Right.
I got to let it go. But
Yeah.
if they want, but again, if my
Right.
kids want to come out and,
Well, it just adds to their
And-
little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
but I
all
mean, if
connected.
they want to talk to me about it
Right.
and then put it to bed, great.
Yep.
I mean, let's
can't
let's
live like-
do
yeah.
this 5-minute funeral
Otherwise,
together.
you're just gonna grow old and bitter and just
Yeah,
die. I mean,
I
if
just
you
don't
wanna
wanna-
live, I'm
and
telling
not to mention the fact that I don't want my kids to
My God, this
have
glass is
have
dirty.
any regrets.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what if something happened to me
Oh, I know.
and I pass away, like my mom, like me?
I know.
You know,
But
and
see, you're
and
not.
they
You're
haven't
You're healthy. We saw the doctor.
right, but I mean, they're not in my life. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like, so I would be terrible. I just hope that, some days
Right.
we can all,
We will. We
work
will.
it out.
We're gonna. Because but Spencer's the same way. He didn't talk to me forever. In fact, I love his wife, and I've always wanted to give her a shout out because
What's
I
her
knew
name?
she had good parents. I knew Amanda had good parents because
What's her name?
Amanda.
Amanda
Because,
Patsios.
Because
Shout out.
my son did not talk to me for a long time. I mean, I was just very
Yeah.
just a messed up mom, obviously.
Yeah.
But I remember the one day that he called me, and I couldn't believe it. And I knew that the girl in his life, I could picture it. I knew Amanda had to have said, "What do you mean you don't have a relationship with your mom?"
Mm.
And I know those words. I mean, I wasn't there, obviously, but I knew that
She's a force.
She had to be a huge influence in his life.
Yeah.
And the only kind of person that would say that would be a mom,
A good mom.
yeah, she had a loving family.
Yeah.
And so for that, I'm forever grateful because that. I mean, we weren't like best pals or anything.
Yeah.
But I told you the other night he called me and I just.
That's
he
amazing.
He called just to talk to me. I mean,
That's
just talk to me. I mean, I love the
amazing.
grandkids and everything, but
Yeah.
I have a relationship with my son that I didn't have. I mean, I'm so looking forward to it. My mother's going to be here at the end of the year. I want to
Things are starting to come
have
around.
a farm and grow our own crops.
I know. I want a compound. I want a compound. I want to build a big house. Oh dear God.
Oh Lord.
Oh, whoopsies. I want to build a big house and then have like a bunch of little houses.
And everybody can all live together.
And then we'll have little house on the prairie.
Hey, but we can play frisbee. Only we can sit in our chairs.
Yeah.
And we just like, hey man.
No, we'll have like
chair
motorized
hockey.
wheelchairs by then.
I hope we get the big springs that we can like jump and play. You know,
Yeah.
like those.
We used to joke. We used to joke that we would be in the nursing home together, and we'd be like have
Alzheimer's.
races.
These my pills?
Where's Crystal?
She snorts her pills.
Yeah. I need a better straw.
I hate my mom.
We used to joke around about it, but I'm like, honestly, we'll probably outlive every man.
Oh, no.
Every man that we've ever been with. It's gonna be her and I.
We'll go to Paris and we'll sip Chianti.
Oh my God, we're gonna be like, you know what though?
Oh no, it's gotta be non-alcoholic Chianti.
Hey, can we go out like Thelma and Louise though?
No.
Oh,
No,
you wanna-
I don't even like driving with her. No, I swear to God, I'm going Cliff. I ain't going nowhere. No, in fact, I'm
We're gonna
driving.
go to-
I'm getting my license. I'm taking care of that one. I'm getting my license.
She's on top of it now.
I
She's
want
scared.
work to get in my own car. I might even get a bus pass, dude. I don't
On
give
the
a
way
shit.
here, she's gripping the like
I was slamming
thing
on my brake.
so hard, and I'm like watching her, going.
She's going.
I go, am I making you nervous? She's like, no, not at all.
No, but I kept going. God didn't bring me this far just to smash me
Let
down.
me die by.
God, what if that's?
Do you know how many people would be so mad at me? Oh my God. Oh my
I would
God.
haunt this podcast room.
Dude, no. One time, okay, this girl. Oh my God. So can I say that you were basically going to college for one of our friends? Yeah, I'm going to say it. I said it. So she was basically,
Doing all the work?
doing all the work for this person. And this person was, keeping us upright.
I'll write that paper for you.
Yeah.
Dude, I love writing papers.
And so, yeah,
good
she
at it.
loves college. She loves learning and going to school and so forth. So I would come over, I'd pop in every once in a while. And I came over this one time and I always had shooters, those little vodka 99 shooters. They're my favorite. And because I like all the different flavors,
Right.
My favorite was coconut.
Right.
But I had probably, I know how many I had. I had 26. I had 26, 2 of each flavor. And I stopped at the gas station right by her house before I went over there. And I'm like, I'm getting drunk. I was ready to get drunk. And I popped 4 before I even walked in the door.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, dude. And she looked like she wanted to get drunk too. And so we just
I was
started
writing a really important paper.
slamming. Yes. And this person, she had a really important, like midterm or whatever, big deal paper that
It was
was due the
research
next
paper.
day. Oh my God.
Yeah,
And we just started slamming them. By the time it was all said and done, I had
To
3
get
or 4.
an extension on it.
I had 3 or 4 shots left, and this one passes out. passes out, and she's never passed out. I mean, like she can drink as much as I could drink, and I'm like still talking, and I'm fine, and this girl's comatose,
I was writing a paper on criminology.
comatose. Like I mean, like I was like, I
Oh,
think
that's
she
fun.
might
I miss
die.
it. I love it. I
And
love
all
school.
of her friends, I mean, like our friends, but they're more her friends. They like her more because she's nice and I'm not. And so
Because I
she,
can write papers. And I was a college student forever.
because she tolerated them, and my house was off limits unless she wanted to go swimming.
Right. What do you mean the house is hot?
And so they all come over like one by one, and they stay. They're like, "What did you do to her? What did you do? What did you give her?" And I'm going, just give her some bread. Like I don't know, let it soak up. And they're like, "Oh yeah, give the girl that's in a coma bread, and so she
We
chokes
figured
to
it out.
death."
It worked out.
Well, so then the person that needed the paper comes in, and she was a little intimidating, and she's like,
I'll kill you.
"You're writing my paper," and I'm like, "Sure, I can do that." Okay. And I just grabbed the shit and I'm out of there. And on the way home, I'm going, I'm not writing this fucking paper. There's no fucking way.
Hey, she got to be. She got to be.
I didn't write
It's
the
all right.
paper.
It was a little late. But
I started reading it and I was like, yeah, this is way above
I
my
loved
pay
college.
grade.
I'd go to college in a minute. I loved it.
Moral to the
I don't even
story
know.
is,
Do you know? I don't even. I don't
that
know
was
anything.
my karma for getting her drunk. So that girl, the person that wanted the paper and all that, I tried so hard to make her like me after
Yeah.
that, and she was like not
She
having
gave
it.
her Clorox. Made
No,
her drink
no, Winks. She
Winks.
came to my house,
Gave her
and I'm
Winks.
like so excited that she's coming to my
She's
house,
the
right?
nicest girl.
She's a really nice
She's
girl.
a very nice person.
She comes to my house, and it's summertime. It's hot.
God.
She came to pick up a 4-wheeler or something she was buying for my husband.
Oh,
my husband at the time, and oh my God, she's like, "What do you got in the refrigerator?" And Rick had just put a water bottle of Winks in the freezer. I don't know why. Don't ask me why.
bottle. They fill their water bottles up.
And she goes and she sees the one in the freezer and drinks it.
Winks.
And drinks the whole fucking bottle of Winks.
No, I don't know but she drank too much. But
No, there was only like this much in there.
the
She drank the
emergency room
whole.
was bad. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Neith-
So
yeah.
she's better now.
She lived through it.
30 years ago.
She lived through it. It was fine.
That was a long time ago. My.
Did
Oh,
she ever
it
come
never
over?
even-
Did she ever come over after that ever again?
Probably not.
I was like, I'll watch your kids. She's like, the fuck you will.
No. All right. So where are we at?
Yeah. Oh, anyways, yeah, we better go. All right. So yeah.
Oh, it's a long one.
The moral to all of this, the cautionary tale is this: everything you do, every
Bites your ass.
choice, it'll come back to haunt you. So make good choices out there, people. Just make great choices. Practice safe
Be good.
sex.
Pray. Don't forget to pray.
Pray.
Seriously.
Love each other.
Pray.
We'll see you soon.
Just don't stop praying.
Take care. Cindy said pray.
All day.
Pray, pray,
son.
pray. Talk. I talk to him.
That's what it is.
Communication.
Dude, I'm an only child, man. I've been talking since day one.
Put her in a corner.
I'm
She's
not an only
fine.
child, really. I mean, that's next podcast. But
Oh.
I mean, that's a long, it's definitely.
Plot twist. See you next time.
All right.